And today our adventure begins right here, as so many of my vlogs have began right here on Veterans Island here at the Carolina Beach Lake. Located here in Carolina Beach, North Carolina. It's been a while since I've did a little walk and talk video. Good afternoon, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. Hitchhiking Yeti here. Look at me. I got gloves on. It is cold today. Sometime in these videos when I'm standing right here on Veterans Island, when I'm doing my intro to the vlog, it might be crisp, it might be cool, but today it is just, it's pretty cold. It's about 48 degrees, but the wind today at the time of this recording is 20 to 30 miles per hour with gusts over 40 miles per hour throughout the day. So yeah, it's going to be a windy one. But we're going to do some vlogging today here in the area, give you some updates on some of the things that are going on here. And also want to update you on the beach nourishment project where they're shooting the sand out of the ocean back up onto the beach to make the beach a little bit wider to protect the home fronts and things like that. They do that every so many years here. So we're going to kind of get into that today. This might not be a super long video. It is quite cold out here. So without further ado, thanks for hanging out with me. Let's go ahead and, wow, let's get started before I blow away. So something I want to show you out here at the Carolina Beach Lake, right here in front of me, is the old restrooms. They have been here for a really long time. And but we have something new going on right here next to the picnic area. Look at this. Now this has all happened since I was here in early December. They have went completely vertical and built new restrooms right here at the lake. How cool is that? They have been busy bees. Okay, I've made my way out here to the beach. I'm actually, this area right behind me here is the public beach access for Seahorse Lane, which is, Seahorse Lane is just a street right across Carolina Beach Ave. Up here, kind of close to the north end, but I wanted to come up here and kind of show you about where the beach nourishment project has paused for the time being, because they have paused this little project back in December. So last time I was here, they was working, but they was about to shut down the project for at least for a little while. And I'm going to take you out here and show you kind of how they situated the piping and things like that on the beach. But supposedly they're going to still finish this project on time sometime in April. Look at that beautiful Atlantic Ocean back there. That is nice. Absolutely beautiful, even on a cold day. But the main reason we came out here, I wanted to kind of show you the beach, what it looks like. We did have a pretty big nor'easter blizzard roll through here. Dumped about 6, maybe 8 inches of snow on this coastal area here. But as far as the beach nourishment project that I was showing you guys back in December, it has been paused. They have not been doing any kind of dredging since mid-December. And supposedly here in the month of February here in 2026, well, the middle part of the month, this is still early February, they're going to get back out here and start dredging again. And supposedly they're going to bring a bigger dredge, and they're going to be able to make up for lost time and still complete this nourishment project. So I did see online, it says mid-project update, February 5th meeting. On February 5th, the town update meeting, officials stated the renourishment is still on schedule despite the pause. The project team said they have already placed about 900,000 of the planned 1.8 million cubic yards of sand. Roughly, they're about halfway done. So that being said, if they're halfway done, yeah, I guess it would make sense they're going to be done as long as they get started up here in mid-February. They should have everything completed and ready about middle of spring. By the time April 2026 rolls around, they think they're going to have everything completed. All right, so that will pretty much wrap it up here in this area. Just kind of want to show you how they store the dredge piping and stuff. I think that's kind of cool. Just something neat to see. A lot of people never get to see this type of stuff, and I thought I would share it with you today. So all that being said, let's go ahead and move down to the Carolina Beach Boardwalk next. Walk around there a little bit, kind of see what's happening. And if nothing else, we can go check out the bathrooms and see how that's coming along, because last time I was there at the bathrooms, they had finally went vertical with them. You know, it took them a long time to go vertical, all the way back. I've been covering this since last summer, and they finally went vertical back in November and December. So let's go see what that looks like and see how everything's coming along down there. All right, I made my way up here to the Carolina Beach Boardwalk. Let's walk up here and check out these restrooms. See what's happening. Maybe even do a lap. Why not? You know, once you're cold, you're just cold. A little bit more won't hurt us. So this is what the new bathrooms are going to look like right here. And then this here, you can actually see a gentleman up here hard at work, even on a cold, breezy day like today. But they're definitely getting the siding up on this thing, getting things coming together quite nicely. Yeah, man. They're definitely getting some stuff done. At least on the front. Now over here on the back side where I'm actually walking along the boardwalk, I don't see as much change. A little bit. But not as much as the front side. The front side is really coming along good, but they'll get it one piece at a time. I'm just excited because as far as they come along, you know, I'm thinking they're definitely going to have this thing done by the time summer comes and people start coming out here for vacation. And this is going to be a great addition to the Carolina Beach Boardwalk area, that's for sure. All right, so since we took a little peek at the restrooms, I thought we would walk up here on this little overlook, take a little quick peek at the ocean before we move a little bit further south. Down by Kure Beach, down that area, maybe Fort Fisher. What a beautiful, absolutely beautiful day it is. It's so sad it's got to be so cold because it's such a beautiful day. I mean, the ocean, everything just beautiful. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So I wanted to just take a moment to thank everyone who watches all the videos. That means so much to me. I thank you so much. Some of you guys always come through, you leave comments, even if it's just to say hello. That means a lot to me. I do know a lot of people watches this channel for my small town videos, and then in the summer times, a lot of people watch just for my beach content because I have a place here in Carolina Beach, and I do make a lot of videos here in this area. But when I get out of my comfort zone, which I try to do more and more, either if I'm going on cruises to like tropical islands, or like, you know, back at the end of December going into January, I had the wild hair. I wanted to go to super South Florida. I wanted to go to Key West. I've always wanted to go down there and check the place out, and I did it, and I made some videos, and I really appreciate everyone who supported me on that and watched the videos. That meant so much to me. Even when I go to Walt Disney World, some of you guys, y'all chime in and y'all watch even those videos. And I really thank you so much, because all that stuff that you see is a part of who I am and kind of part of me and my wife's life that we want to share. And I know it's not for everybody, but I do thank everyone who takes your time to watch those videos. Even some of you watch them even when it's just, you know, not your thing, but you still do it because you just like watching the Hitchhiking Yeti videos, man. So I really do appreciate that a lot. So all that being said, we're going to keep on moving throughout the boardwalk here just to see if anything's changed, or we're just going to roam around for a minute. And then I want to make my way all the way to the furthest southern point of Pleasure Island. And I want to walk up and see how the mailbox on top of the sand dune is coming along with all this wind. And previously, a week ago, we had a lot of snow here. So I kind of want to check that out. So let's go ahead and move in that direction. I gotta say, it's kind of eerie being out here on the Carolina Beach Boardwalk and not really see any movement. Not a whole lot of anything, as I've made my way right here in front of the very famous Britt's Donut Shop. Okay, so long to Carolina Beach Boardwalk. And now next up, I think I made up my mind we're going to drive down to the Kure fishing pier, because there is an event that's coming up in a few weeks that you might be interested in, and it is going to be a bone-chilling good time. I have covered this event quite a few times in the past, but unfortunately this year I will not be able to cover the event. I've never really participated in the event. I think it's way over my head. I don't really think I would do very well at it, but some of you guys might do really well at it. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about that and give you some dates and some times of where you can come at least be a watcher, where you can watch it go on, which is very entertaining. And or you might just say, heck it, I'm going to go participate. I'm going to be a star of the show. Who knows? Let's make our way down there real quick. All right, I'm really happy that I made my way down here to Kure Beach now, because it looks like we got some construction, some things changing. I mean, they got some pallets of stuff over there next to the public restrooms. And they got this area over here that's kind of fenced off. And if you didn't know, this is where they do beach church. Right here, they actually set up and they have beach church right here on Sunday mornings. You know, when weather permits. But yeah, man, they're doing some work. Looks like we got us a new playground going on. Because they used to have like this like wooden pirate ship right here that kids could play on. But now they have removed the pirate ship, jungle gym looking thing, and they went and just, you know, they got slides and stuff now. And this is kind of cool, man. I think my niece is going to like this. She is at the age now, about 3.5. She really likes playing where there's slides. So she's really going to be digging that this summer. Yeah, and all this stuff right here on these pallets and stuff, it looks to be, it's going to be like the carpeting or like the flooring that they're going to use. You've seen this stuff right here before. It's like really soft to walk on. So that's going to be really nice. They're really fixing that up over there. Wow, look at the Kure Beach Pier American flag up there. That poor flag has seen a rough few weeks with all the ice and the snowstorm, and now the windiness, the nor'easter, I mean everything. It's had a rough go of it. But since I'm down here in this area, I wanted to tell you a little bit about the event that's coming up that unfortunately I'm going to be missing. But it's going to be held right here in this area, this vicinity. I'm talking about the Special Olympics Polar Plunge. And that is going to happen on Saturday, February 21st, 2026. And it's going to start at 1 p.m. And the Polar Plunge should take place around 4:30 p.m. So it's going to be a fun event. I really hate I'm missing it. I have definitely, I covered last year. I think I've covered 2 over the last few years. I know during, you know, 2020 and stuff, that, or 2021 maybe, I don't even think they had them, but yeah, I've definitely covered a couple of them over the years, and it's always a lot of fun. And they normally have like a 5K run, and they have a finish line over here, and they have tables set up, and they have food trucks out here. It will be an awesome event, live music or a DJ. And then right out here is where the magic happens. This right here is where people will go out here in their skivvies, and they will do a countdown, and then everybody will take off running, hundreds of people jumping into the cold Atlantic Ocean. And the high-pitched squeals and screams you hear are terrifying for some and amusing for others. I just put it like that. I almost feel bad for them when I first hear them. But once I see everybody's okay and they're just trying to get out of the water as fast as they can, then I'm laughing. But it's something to see. It really is. It is really awesome. And as cold as it's been this year, with the snow and just this crazy wind, I think the ocean is going to be primed. It could be the coldest ocean conditions they've ever had for that event. So yeah, some years they get lucky and it's only like in the low 50s or mid 50s. Wouldn't it be something this year if they dipped down in the 40s, the water temperature? Oh my gosh. Yeah. God bless them is all I can say. They're stronger than I am, because I just don't think I can't handle cold like that. Not cold water. No, no, no. Nah. I can deal with the days like today and the ice storm the other week. I mean, when it was like close, it was like single digits. You know, that's like crazy. I think once it gets to a certain coldness, I think I just kind of go numb to anything below that until your liquid in your eyeballs start freezing up. I think that would be a thing. I used to have a friend that I gamed with online. We used to do iRacing, and he lived in North Dakota, and he worked with an oil company or a gas company. He was like where they drill wells, you know, and I think it was a natural gas well. But he used to tell me the conditions he had to work in, drive his truck in, and all the snow and sub-zero temperatures, crazy wind chills. I mean, it would be negative 20 some degrees in the morning, negative 30, and then the high wouldn't be but zero sometimes, he said. He said, you don't know what cold is. And he would just laugh, you know, and I'm like, nah, I don't want to know. So all that being said, that's going to wrap it up for here. Just wanted to tell you a little bit about the polar plunge. Now I want to drive a little bit further south down past Fort Fisher and go check out the mailbox. The mailbox on top of the sand dune, and see how it's kind of making it, weathering it through this crazy 2025, 2026 winter. And then we're going to wrap our vlog up, folks. And then I'm going to go home and relax in a nice toasty house. Yeah, let's do it. All right, as you can see, the 421 sign, the end of 421 sign is buffeting along because of the wind. But this is where you're going to find the mailbox that I'm always talking about on top of the sand dune, which there's a sand dune right here in just above this thicket is a sand dune right on the other side, and that's where the mailbox is. So if you ever wonder where their mailbox is located, it's right here at the end of 421, which is really easy. You just drive through Carolina Beach, Kure Beach, go on past Fort Fisher, go on past the ferry terminal, the Cape Fear ferry that takes you over to Southport, and you will be here at the end of 421 South, which that's kind of cool. I've never really paid attention to that, but you know, where I was just in Key West, I was at the end and beginning of Highway 1. So it was a really big fun thing down there to take pictures in front of that sign. They actually had stores there that had all kinds of little trinkets and collectibles and magnets inside, showing that you made it to the end of the road. You know, it's kind of neat. But, ooh, right there goes the ferry. The ferry is actually moving as we speak. Now, sometimes, because of weather conditions and wind, I think, the ferry won't run, but I guess it's not windy enough. I bet there ain't anybody outside riding on that boat. I bet they're inside where they got a little heat indoors. So this right here is the pathway up to the top of the sand dune right here. And that is where we're going to find our mailbox. All right, I made my way up here to the top of the sand dune. And this tree right here is so cool. And it's not the tree itself is beautiful, but that root system right there is, that's pretty awesome. And that is a favorite location for people to come up here and take photos on the warmer days. Like up here on a day like today, there ain't nobody crazy enough to come up here except me. That's it. So let's go over here and check out the mailbox. Love this little mailbox. It's so hidden and kind of cool. Look at that. Somebody's got some stickers, some decals they've been putting on this thing. Oh, check that out. It's an old space shuttle. Man, I used to love the space shuttle. I had like little toys when I was a kid of the space shuttle. I was always so excited. Look in the mailbox. You can see they got some books in there, some notebooks. So if you did not know, if you ever come out here, it works very similar if you've ever heard of the Kindred Spirit mailbox down at Sunset Beach. This year, I am going to definitely make the pilgrimage back out to the Kindred mailbox. I missed it this last summer. I was so busy going to Florida and doing all these videos. It kind of slipped by me and I forgot to go down there. But it's very similar to that. There's notebooks in there. You take your pen, you write what's on your mind. Just go in there like I do if you want and just share a nice moment or a story. Just put out some cheer and some love into the world. It might make somebody's day. You just never know. Somebody might be having a rough day. Just like my videos, I always try to keep them upbeat and fun and lighthearted and don't make them too serious. You know, even when I go to abandoned places in some of these small towns that are having hard times, I like to document those towns because you never know if something's going to happen one day and they're going to be torn down or removed or whatnot. But I always try to keep it lighthearted and friendly and be welcoming to everyone who takes their time. It means so much to me that you guys take your time, your precious time out of your day to sit there and watch a video that I make. It's absolutely awesome. I love it. It is so cool. It gets me so jazzed to go out and make and film more and more videos. But all that being said, as I look out here at the very rough, I mean, the Cape Fear River is way rougher than the ocean because of the wind is actually blowing from that way, which is pretty much northwest. But just look how rough that is. Wow. I mean, big old waves over there don't make no sense. Normally it happens on the Atlantic side, but not today. Very, very choppy. Very choppy. So all that being said, my friends, thank you so much for watching as usual. Until next time, I'm the Hitchhiking Yeti, and I will see you in my next adventure. Y'all stay safe. Hope to see you all again soon. And oh yeah, by the way, if you live in the Southeast and you had to endure any of the crazy snowy weather, icy conditions that we just went through, I hope everybody made it okay. I hope everything's good. I hope everybody, your house is in working order. I know sometimes when things like that happen, you hear of horror stories like frozen pipes and stuff like that. So hope everybody made it through okay. Until next time, I'm the Hitchhiking Yeti, and I will see you in my next video. Y'all stay safe, and I hope to see you all again soon. And man, I'm telling you, if I had some wings right now, I think I could probably fly because it is really whipping. It is really whipping out here. Wow. I wonder if I could talk my wife. We're about to go to Wilmington. We got to do a little bit of shopping. This is bonus footage, by the way, if you're still watching. Got to go to Wilmington, do a little bit of shopping because we're about to go on a little road trip back to Florida. But I'm going to spend several days in an extreme southeast part of South Carolina before I go and do some videoing. And I'm excited because I might get to do a filming location when I'm there that I've always wanted to do. I don't get to do a lot of video like filming locations for movies, but little did I know, one of my favorite movies from when I was a teenager, the movie was really set in Greenbow, Alabama. That's a clue what video I could be making. Filming location, that is. Greenbow, Alabama. It was actually, the movie was actually filmed in southeastern South Carolina. So I'm going to go track down some of those filming locations and just make a morning of it and have a little fun. That's what I'm talking about. This is going to be great. But I have to go to Sam's Club today up in Wilmington and get some items for this trip. So you guys who watch all the way to the end, I just shared a little Yeti nugget with you. A little secret. It's in our little club. The people that watch us all the way to the end of the video, you know now. The other people, they probably already clicked off. You're extra awesome. I love you guys.